All right. Are you ready?
No.
Are you ready to go?
No.
Are you ready to talk about some television?
Are you ready to party?
Ready to party till you were purple?
What?
Welcome to another episode of First Reaction, Fan Reaction. I am your host, Cailin, and with me is my co-host,
Dara Whitman.
All right, how's it going, Dara?
Well, it hasn't started snowing yet.
I know, we are recording this as it's supposed to start snowing here, in this place that we reside.
It's supposed to be a snowpocalypse?
I have not seen anything on a snowpocalypse. It's supposed to be like a couple inches.
You know, people at work have been saying that, but they're also, a bit older.
Yeah. I mean, I get mad about snow. I like snow only when I don't have to go to work. Or when it's to the point where they don't make me come to work.
Well, also if you don't have to shovel.
That's true. I don't like shoveling.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, we are here and we are talking about Gravity Falls. We are continuing our journey into Gravity Falls Season 1 with Episode 5, The Inconveniencing, and Episode 6, Dipper versus Manliness.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So let's start off with Episode 5, The Inconveniencing. What do you think, Dara?
So when I was thinking what the show was going to be, I was going to have a gag about you lacing my water with drugs, and that the show was going to be super crazy. And I wasn't getting that for a long time, which was fine because what I got I really liked.
Yeah.
And this time I'm just oh no, you laced something with drugs. Well, what's this episode?
This was the episode where you felt like you were on something watching it.
Mm-hmm.
I understand.
I liked it.
Mm-hmm. Good. That's good.
Yeah, this is the episode. This is what I thought Gravity Falls was going to be.
Yeah. Oh, exciting. Well, let's talk a little bit more. Let's kind of synopsisize this thing.
Okie doke.
This is an episode where we see a lot more Wendy, because I know earlier episodes you're like, I like Wendy, we should see more of her.
Mm-hmm.
This is definitely the episode where I think, are more formally introduced to Wendy, the teenage redhead who works at the Mystery Shack.
Hooray!
I actually don't.
Mabel, do you believe in ghosts?
I believe you're a big dork.
Can we actually go up there?
Sure we can. Roof time, roof time, roof time, roof time.
I think in life I want to be mixed between Mabel and Wendy. That's the perfect woman.
All right, check it out.
And the perfect man would probably be mixed between Dipper and Seuss.
You?
Jackpot! High five. Don't leave me hanging.
Aww.
That was fun. Later, dork.
She's so cool.
I feel like she knows everything that goes on in Gravity Falls. Also, see, that's the cute. That was cute.
Okay. It's not like I lay awake at night thinking about her.
Aww.
Uh-oh.
See, that's kind of cute.
Been there, buddy.
You stayed up late at night thinking about Wendy? She's well drawn.
So we start off as we start off every episode, which is just everyone kind of hanging out in the Mystery Shack. And Wendy has a secret ladder that goes up to the roof. And they take that instead of, doing work. And we see Wendy's cool, hideout spot, which is just this nice lawn chair on the roof. And she has pine cones and she's chucking them at the big old totem pole. Mm-hmm. It's a fun time all around. And so Dipper and Mabel join and they're having a lot of fun. And we get this moment where it kind of looks like Dipper might have a crush on Wendy.
It's kind of cute.
Yeah, there's that shot where it's it's not slow motion, but it's that nice framing where, we can tell he likes her.
Well, it's she's high five, and he's don't leave me hanging, and
yeah.
she's being and they do the zippy, and it's it's cute.
It is cute. He's got a little crush.
Mm-hmm.
Or as Mabel says, he's in love with her, and he says,
I don't know if it's love. It's a crush,
and they call it puppy love.
No, the puppies are gone.
All the puppies are gone. Whatever happened to the puppies?
I don't know.
I keep looking out that window, and the puppies are gone.
That was such a random thing.
Yeah. I wonder what happened to the puppies. Now I'm sad. I hope they found their way home.
Yeah.
One had a bandana on. He was so cute.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, Gravity Falls. So, Dipper says, it's not like I stay awake at night thinking about her. And then we cut to the shot where he's definitely awake at night thinking about her.
Mm.
Random dance party for no reason! Go, 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 go.
Oh.
Since when are we 13? Is this a leap year?
Come on, Mabel. This is our chance to hang out with, the cool kids.
Hey guys, these are my pals from work, Mabel and Dipper. I chewed my gum so it looks like a brain. Blah.
She's not much for first impressions. Unlike this guy. This guy.
Thompson, who once ate a run-over waffle for 50 cents.
Don't tell them that.
I do that.
And Robbie, you can probably figure him out.
Yeah, I'm the guy who spray painted the water tower.
Oh, you mean the big muffin?
It's a giant explosion?
Kinda does look like a muffin.
It is.
Okay.
It is TJ.
Okay.
Okay, just before we go, my mom said you guys aren't allowed to punch the roof anymore, so...
Thompson! Thompson! Thompson!
All right, let's get some weed. Aww.
This is gonna blow someone's mind.
Mabel, please.
Back at the inside of the Mystery Shack, Mabel takes the opportunity to embarrass Dipper by bringing up the Lammy Lammy dance, which was a dance he used to do in a little lamb costume, which is really cute.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's the end of, it reaches 6 o'clock, it's the end of Wendy's shift, and she's about to go and hang out with her teenage friends, who are all a bunch of, teenagers. The most teenager of teenagers that you can get. And Dipper wants to hang out with them.
Oh, they are such teenagers, aren't they?
They are, like, the most teenager.
It's like it's like all the stereotype teenagers. You got like the dumb one.
Yeah. You have the one who's just, like, wants to be liked, so he just does whatever he wants. So he just does whatever anyone tells him.
And then there's the other dumb ones.
Thompson.
There's the one who's always on her phone.
Yep. There's those two guys.
There's the other guys. There's like the punk guy who we all had a crush on.
There's the emo one.
Who we all had a crush on
Mm.
until we realized.
He was the worst.
Yeah. And then there's Wendy, who
It's the cool one. The one we all want to be friends with.
like the actual cool one who like you would like hang out with years later, like still.
Yeah. She's the one that tells you where the weed is.
But we didn't get weed. We only got that weird dippy stuff.
The smile dip.
All that stuff.
I love it. So Dipper says that he and Mabel are 13, technically teenagers, so they can hang out with them. But that's a lie because they're only 12
I
years
remember
old.
like when you turn 13, you're like, I'm a teenager. And then puberty happens.
And then puberty happened, and it just all went downhill from there.
True. But they go to, and then,
So, yeah, that's when we're introduced to all the teenagers, which is Robbie, voiced by TJ Miller, who has a pretty recognizable voice, so we can kind of tell.
I was thinking
who he is
either
right away.
that or Jason Manzuka. I wasn't sure, but TJ Miller makes
It's
sense.
TJ Miller.
Yeah.
Thompson, who does anything everyone else wants him to do. I'm not sure if he ever does anything he wants to do. That's the question. Lee and Nate, who are those two guys, and then Tambry, which is the girl who's always on her phone.
Yes.
So Robbie reveals he's the one who spray painted the explosion on the water tower, but just looks like a big muffin.
So that
I thought that
sounds
was
like that 70s show when they drew a pot leaf on the wall, but it looked like somebody giving you the finger.
Yeah, it's not, yeah, that's the G-rated version of that. They all get in a van and they roll away to go do whatever teenage things do.
Well, they go to Wawa, like every teenager.
Yeah.
That's actually true.
Isn't that true? Then we all just like.
If you're in Pennsylvania,
Wawa.
you know what Wawa is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hey, other states have Wawa. New Jersey has Wawa.
Oh, that's true. And Florida.
Maryland. I
Maryland
think.
does?
Virginia has Wawa.
Oh.
Yes, and Florida.
I knew it wasn't just, I knew it was like East Coast, but like.
Mhm. Yeah, and Florida is starting to get real big in Wawa, which is weird, but hey.
But as we know, Wawa is the best thing ever.
It's true. Fight us. You
Fight
sheep
us, sheets
people.
lovers.
Yeah, fight us. So yeah, they go to an old closed down convenience store. The rumor here is
That it's haunted.
that it is haunted because the owners were murdered.
Mm-hmm.
And they died because they were murdered. Do you know that you die when you're murdered? Or just a PSA.
Is that what happens?
Yeah, that's what happens.
Oh.
I know. The two go like hand in hand. It's crazy. You never find one without the other.
I thought you just like lost an arm.
Kids! I can't find the remote and I refuse to stand up!
Stay tuned for the Friday Night
I feel
Movie
ya.
Justice Approved, starring Sterling Stemple Burgess as the Duchess and Captain St. Rupterfrabble as the irascible coxswain Sonderblug and Hamter Fuppenscheid.
Kids!
Sounds bad.
No!
So meanwhile, back at the Mystery Shack, our B plot is very
I love the
exciting.
B plot so much.
The B plot is that Uncle Stan, he's sitting on the couch watching TV. He loses track of the remote, and he doesn't want to get up and get it.
He's like every adult ever.
So he is watching the black and white period piece old lady boring movie channel.
I feel like I like that channel.
I know. So it's a great. Oh, and the movie is called The Duchess Approves. So and the costumes are the gowns are by Pepe. So, but we spend
like Pepe Le Pew or Pepsi.
So we spend most of our time at the convenience store, which is called the Dusk to Dawn.
That's a good name, although like you have to wonder, are you only open at night?
Mm-hmm.
So it's a convenience store, it's only open at night.
Yeah.
Why would have you
ever been to a 24-hour Wawa?
What?
I'm pretty sure some of them are
but
open
Dusk
24
till
hours.
dawn kind of makes me think that like they open at like nighttime and then they close at dawn.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's not 24 hours. That's what I was thinking. Like 24 hours makes sense.
Yeah, I think it's a 24-hour thing.
Then why is it called Dusk till dawn? It should be called Dawn till dawn or Dusk till dusk.
Well, the place isn't open anymore, so.
Why did they shut it down? It's like a health code violation, or?
Tried murder. Some folks died in there. The place has been haunted ever since.
This town has such a colorful history.
Okay, just gotta get a foothold.
Dude, your sister did it.
Hey, you know what? There you go. Sorry, dude.
Good
seems
job throwing
nice.
the kid off the fence, genius.
Your mom's a genius.
Sure, Junior here is gonna break it down like Hercules.
Come on, leave him alone. He's just a little kid. Go, Dipper!
I believe in you.
Little thing! Hey, Dipper, take it easy.
Who wants to bet he doesn't make it?
Nice.
Suck it. Well, they dead.
It was nice knowing him. Guess it wasn't a good business model.
Also, I have a question about like the timing of that with like who owns the store, but we'll get to that.
That's true. That's a good point you bring up. So they hop the fence to get in, and Dipper struggles to be, fun and manly, and we see this as a recurring theme with Dipper. Everyone's like, he's a little kid, and Dipper doesn't want to be a little kid. He wants to,
He's a 12-year-old who wants to be an adult.
He wants to be a teenager who's like impressive and like, gets Wendy's attention and all that kind of stuff. He's he's a 12-year-old.
Yeah.
In his heart of hearts,
And Mabel's
Dipper is a
just
12-year-old.
there.
And Mabel doesn't care. She's all like, she doesn't care. She
wants to
does
have
whatever
fun,
she
and she's
wants.
such a positive person. She crosses out somebody writing down you stink and says you look good today. That's so adorable.
And it's gonna blow somebody's mind. Just watch. So they have to hop the fence to get in, and then the doors are locked. So Dipper proves that he is Dr. Fun Times by getting up on the roof and then sneaking inside, going through the vents and opening the door. So that was kind of cool.
It was.
Dipper's a smart kid.
Yes.
When he's not, being a 12-year-old.
Let's be nice to Dipper. He's a smart man.
He's a very manly man.
Manly man.
Manly 12-year-old. It's okay.
It's even creepier
Oh, so it's
than
Wawa.
I imagined.
Yes. It's the old man in Wawa.
Take the pennies.
Yep, it's dust.
1995.
Hey, dude.
Jackpot.
Are those donuts so
what are we
good?
gonna do now?
Anything we want.
They have enough preservatives in them.
Wait, why food fight?
Oh my gosh. Smile Dip! I thought this stuff was banned in America.
No.
Maybe they had a good reason.
Why are you wasting food? No, oh, Mabel.
Do it.
Come here, man. We got it ready.
Whatever it is, I'll do it.
Ugh, maybe I've had too much. What
Nah.
do you think?
Would you like to eat my candy paw?
She took acid,
Of
didn't
course,
she?
little angel.
How much acid did she take?
You're surprisingly mature for your age.
Yes, I am.
So once they are in the convenience store, they just have a wild teenage party. They flip on the lights.
Like, they throw around, like, all of this food?
Yeah.
That's such a waste of food.
Yeah. To be fair, the convenience store hasn't been open since 1995. This show takes place in 2012.
But like you were saying, like, some of those snack foods
Some
are
of those-
probably fine.
Yeah, I mean, like, they all got preservatives in them. they had a bunch of, like tasty cake things, and we all know those can last for years and years and years and years and years and years. Like, so they're eating all the food, they're
Which
throwing
makes
it
it
around.
sound really gross. Just make your own cupcakes. They're probably going to be better.
That's true. I want cupcakes.
Me too.
Great. Oh. Gravity Falls.
Gravity Falls.
Yeah, there's just some shenanigans that are, they're doing whatever they want. Mabel finds this thing, the shelf. It is labeled "Do Not Sell" in big letters. It is called Smile Dip.
From the guys who brought you Ford Loco.
And it was banned in America. They don't really sell it anymore. And I feel like there's a reason, especially since, it's been around for the past 20 years. So, but she just dumps the entire pack of Smile Dip in her mouth. And yeah, she kind of hallucinates.
She goes flying.
Yeah.
It's like that one episode of South Park with the heavy metal animation. Mm-hmm. Make of that what you will, if you know what I'm talking about.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Don't worry about it. You're not. It's going to be unpleasant for you.
Okay. I don't want to engage in that. So I love the the Mabel hallucinations because they're just insane. Mm-hmm. They're wild.
Like that's why I'm just like, okay, now something's kicking in.
Yeah. That's when you're like, okay, that's when I laced your water with drugs.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it did. And then they just have a bunch of kids wasting food, and like there's no signs of a haunting.
No. I mean, so far it doesn't seem like this place is haunted or whatever, until they're doing some prank-related things.
Putting ice down people's pants.
They're putting ice down people's pants.
Like you do.
Like teenagers do. That's a very teenager-y thing to do, I feel like.
Which sucks, because it's just like, it's so cold.
It's so cold. Oh. And so Dipper goes to the ice container. Mm-hmm. And he opens it up, and we see our first kind of apparition.
It's a brain!
It's like a floating brain with eyes, and it's creepy.
It's like SpongeBob.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Oh, yeah. Like that episode, yeah.
Where they're trying to be a ghost, and then nobody's scared until he takes off his sheet.
Yeah. That's a good comparison. But yeah, it's creepy. So this specific imagery was used a lot in the promotional material for this episode. So I think that's one of the reasons why it sticks with me. It's also probably the first like genuinely creepy image that we get in the show. I feel like. Thoughts?
I don't know. The wax figures coming to life and murdering people.
Yeah, but it's not that was creepy, but it wasn't like disturbing like the brain monster.
I don't know. I'm kind of freaked out by wax people.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Also Gideon.
Mm-hmm. He was creepy in a different way, though.
Yeah.
He was creepy in a very different way.
It's like the first time like they're genuinely trying to scare you versus just like, oh my god, is there going to be an episode like Five Nights at Freddy's? Now people are scared of those things.
So... What was I going to say? Oh, so yeah, well, this is more like a body horror, I guess. This is the first like instance of like body horror in this show. Notice how I say first. So...
I believe you.
So Dipper freaks out. He closes the door and opens it back up, and it's gone. So, and we keep seeing this happen.
Oh, what is he doing?
I don't care about dukes or commoners or His Royal Highness Lionel of Cornwall. I'm not afraid anymore.
So you got
Duchess,
no, never mind. I was gonna say you got to get ice cream, but like who wouldn't?
But I'm also a woman.
Yes! In your face, Elizabeth! It's just like my life. In a way. Mabel, I need your advice.
No,
We're hanging
Mabel's
out at a
high right
haunted
now.
convenience- Mabel?
The future is in the past.
I was thinking of that one episode of South Park, if anybody knows what I'm talking about. What is going on?
So there's an instance where they're standing around. Dipper looks into the sliding door and sees everyone is suddenly skeletons. Mm-hmm. Freaks out a little bit about that, but he looks again and everything's okay. Mm-hmm. So, and he doesn't know what to do because he doesn't want to bring up that there's ghosts because one, nobody will believe him, and two, he wants to be Dr. Fun Times and not
Yeah.
Killjoy.
Okay, I don't want to. I'm gonna do this again. When you see Dipper as like the skeleton thing, it looked like what was that episode? I was gonna bring up SpongeBob again. That episode with the hat and then the
Oh,
you know what I'm talking about? Like it's like the number one hat.
yeah, Smitty,
Well,
Robin,
and then-
Jagerman, Jensen.
Yeah, and then there's like the skeleton and like that thing.
Hey, man, give back the hat. So yeah, that's also a good callback. It does, because Dipper has like the hat and it does look like the number one hat.
Yeah.
That's really funny. So he tries to confide in Mabel, but Mabel is way too busy hallucinating.
She's high.
So
She's high on acid.
That's the part with the dolphin with 4 heads with the fists that come out.
She's like,
Onwards, Aoshima. Yeah. My favorite part is when she has a hallucination with the dogs, and then she starts like trying to
like eat it,
eat the candy paw, but then we flash back and she's just like chewing on nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But the best part is because of the sound, they made the sound of like the motor running on like the fridge like really loud. So it just I think that had like a really great comedic timing to it.
Whoa, then the rumors are true.
That's not how that works.
Lie down in it.
Good idea. Go lie down in it.
Well, you're acting like Captain Buzzkill, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit. Here's a little bit.
Status update. Trapped in store with insane 9-year-old.
What the fuck?
What? Status update?
That's scary. Yes. So as they're messing around, Robbie finds the the crime scene with the outlines of the
Which
two
isn't
dead
how
bodies.
that works in crime scenes, guys.
It's fine.
No, because you draw the lines in when the body's still alive, and you just like need to know where the body was, so you can take the body to the hospital to keep them alive. If it's a dead body, if the body's already dead, you just leave it there until you get all your evidence.
Yeah, but to be fair, this is Gravity Falls, and we've seen how the law enforcement of Gravity Falls works.
Yeah,
They're not very smart.
I'll give you that. Okay,
So
not even like 20 years ago.
I think it was still the same guys.
They're not that old.
They're even dumber.
All right.
So they talk about lying down in like the things to like mimic the dead body. And Dipper's like, we don't think we should do that. And then they call him Captain Buzzkill, and Dipper gets upset. So then he decides to lay down in it. The outline glows, and suddenly Tambry, the teenage obsessed, cell phone obsessed teenager. I did not word that right. Cell phone obsessed teenager gets sucked into the security camera, and her phone says status update.
Emojis.
What?
Time to shake what your mama gave you.
No! Help! Oh, so many arrows!
You're a dance machine.
No! You're a dance machine!
Oh no!
Thompson!
Forget him. Let's go.
No.
What? I'm bonkers for eating you alive. Lee.
Rip.
Okay.
Hey, remember when I said I
I'm
thought
with you,
that I
kid.
was going to make jokes
100%
about how
down.
you lace my food with drugs?
They got Mabel.
Welcome to your graves, young trespassers.
I thought you were going to lace my food with drugs, and that's what the show was?
Yeah.
You laced my water with drugs, didn't you?
Okay, you're free to go. I don't like your tone.
Who's that voice? That doesn't sound familiar.
Is it kind of like
I don't know that.
There's a lot of stuff.
No, I'm a hot.
Oh my god!
Begins. Welcome to your home for all eternity.
What do we do?
So everyone freaks out, and they don't know what to do. Thompson, who is playing Dancy Pants Revolution, one of my favorite games.
Is it?
Yes. I actually really like Dance Dance Revolution.
Oh, really?
I do. I think it's a lot of fun. I always say, like, if I ever hit the jackpot or something, or if I had, like, a ton of money, like, the first, like, stupid thing I would buy is a DDR machine. Like, a
I
legit
guess
DDR
because, like,
machine.
I'm pretty good with, like, in the arrow thing, and it's, like, kind of too easy for me. I kind of prefer the ones where it's, like, get the move right, like Just Dance.
Well, have you ever played, like, like a step above easy mode because that gets fun. Like,
I think
once you start
I
playing
have.
like the hard mode.
I think
like,
I have.
Hard mode is hard. That gets intense.
I think I have. Maybe.
Anyway, so Thompson is playing Dance Dance Revolution, and he's bad at it. But then he gets sucked into the machine, and as the arrows start raining down,
Those
he
should
gets
have like
with them.
stabbed him.
Yeah, I don't think we can do that on this show.
That's true.
We already showed a really creepy brain monster. I think we only have so far we could go. So then, as they're trying to run away, all the teenagers are getting sucked up into different things. The Lee gets
One of them gets turned into a hot dog.
yeah, I think that's
I think one gets stabbed by a spoon.
yeah, the other one gets like stabbed. Oh yeah, but it's like Toucan Sam.
Yeah.
but not. And then he's he gets killed.
And then the emo fuck boy gets like.
So Dipper and Wendy are able to get away.
Mm-hmm.
And they're talking, and so also Mabel gets possessed by the ghost.
Who was the voice?
Has a really deep voice. I think it's Kevin Michael Richardson.
Like the voice sounded incredibly familiar.
It's Kevin Michael Richardson. He's in like everything.
What was he
has
in?
a ton of voice
Name
acting.
something I know.
Oh man, I don't know. Well, he also plays the sheriff on this show.
Maybe that's I don't know. I feel like
you've heard him in a lot of different.
I
things.
need give me examples because I literally have no idea.
Fairly Odd Parents.
Who was in Fairly Odd Parents?
There's Dark Laser and AJ's dad. Remember Dark Laser? Haha.
No.
That was a funny character. He was Trigon in Teen Titans.
No.
Just like
I think I know
a lot of stuff.
Kind of okay.
You've definitely like he has some serious cred here.
He wasn't in South Park because it kind of sounds like Satan.
This guy's page is so long.
Okay.
It's exciting. Good for you, Kevin Michael Richardson. He's got a very distinct voice. So yeah, Mabel gets possessed, and
they do like weird things with possessions where like the eyes go back.
Yeah,
I kind of like that.
Oh, it's creepy.
Hey, Ghost!
I'm 12. Technically not a teen.
When we were alive, teenagers were a scourge on our store.
Always
That's what happens when you own a Wawa.
Customers with their boomy boxes and disrespectful short pants. So we decided to up and ban them. But they
That's
retaliated with the...
That's why we hate teenagers so much. Don't we, honey?
But they're my friends. Isn't there anything is there anything else I can do? Okay. Well, I do know the lammy dance. But I can't really do it without a lamb costume. Well, there it is. Well, who wants a lammy? Hi there. So march around.
Yes, more.
So creepy.
Don't you forget about the baby.
Dipper and Wendy are talking, and they realize that the things that are getting the teenagers zapped up is because they're just acting like regular teenagers.
Mm-hmm.
One's being sarcastic, the other's on their phone, the other's playing a video game. So we think that this ghost may not like teenagers.
No.
Which is fine. Because you ever meet teenagers? The worst.
We were the worst.
Yeah, of course. I was a teenager, and I was also the worst at the time.
Yeah.
And also still the worst, but it was especially the worst as a teenager. So Dipper saves the day by going out and saying that, hey, he's not a teenager. He's 12 years old, which is technically not a teen.
It's a tween.
And we see the ghosts reveal themselves, and they are kind of like the mom and pop owner of the convenience store.
Mm-hmm.
And
they didn't like teenagers back in their day.
yeah, there's a flashback where they really didn't like teenagers.
They all into the hippity and the hoppity. I can't do the
because they had their boom boxes and their disrespectful short pants. How could they?
You could see their ankles.
So they died by suffering a double heart attack.
So it wasn't murder.
No, it wasn't murder. They just suffered a double heart attack because they saw teens dancing to their rap music, which had very cruel language, like rules are bad and school is for fools.
Back in my day, we listened to the old Elvis Presley and the Frank Sinatras, who did nothing wrong ever.
Ooh.
Trying to think of anybody else.
But so Dipper wants to know if there's anything he can do to free his friends, and the ghost requests that, do you know any cute little dances? And Dipper does know one, which is the Lammy dance.
But he needs a costume, so...
And instantly has a costume, which is funny how that happens. Ghosts, am I right? And he does the Lammy dance, which is really funny, and I love it.
And he saves the day.
Yeah, the Pa is pleased. He goes, yes, which is a little weird. I'm not gonna lie, that part was a little weird.
A little bit.
He's like, little kid.
Also, why would a mom and pa own a convenience store, not like a cute little general store, like a knick-knack store?
They had to do what they had to do to get by. Who dropped something? We were in my parents' basement. So they are allowed to go free, and so the teenagers leave and are thoroughly traumatized.
I'm traumatized.
I'm traumatized.
When did that happen?
Let me see what episode that is.
You actually want to tell me?
I want to see what number it is. Season 1, episode 15.
Oh, okay, so it's gonna be a while.
Yeah, it's just like that one. It's just a little line. It's not a big deal.
I'm never gonna eat or do anything ever again.
I feel you, bro.
There's still some left.
Evil! Dipper just grabbed a bat and started beating ghosts down left and right. And then the ghosts got all scared and ran away like a couple of little girls.
Aww. I know the age difference kind of, I guess, I don't know, like, if like, when they get to the appropriate age, if they were behave a couple, I'd accept it. They're cute.
Everything. Hey. Whoa. What kind of sick joke is this?
Feel you, bro.
Count Lionel? What's he doing here?
I've come to reclaim my bride.
You had your chance at the cotillion, you!
You had your chance at the cotillion, you!
That's what I'm saying! Couldn't find the remote.
He couldn't.
It's true. So the teenagers ask, well, what happened? Because they were, too busy being captured by ghosts. And instead of telling them the truth, Wendy tells them something that's a lot cooler than Dipper did a Lammy dance. Because
Wendy's cool.
She's cool. And she's good.
Mm-hmm.
And we like Wendy.
Mm-hmm.
So they go home after everyone has a good time. What is the line that Wendy used? She says that she is going to stare at a wall for a few hours and rethink everything, which is relatable.
Is she, or she's going to stare at her phone?
I'm just going to stare at a wall.
Is she?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I would do. That's what I would do in that situation.
Why would you stare at a wall?
Sometimes.
See, like, you say you're going to stare at a wall, and then you're like, let me Google this. Oh, look, a cat video. And then you're gone.
So Mabel's a little hungover from her Smile Dip adventures. So she sees the nice note she wrote to
herself
and says, what kind of sick joke is this? So, and that's how we end that episode. And then on the way back, Stan never stopped watching that
he got into
show.
it.
He got very into it, and then he gets angry and throws the TV out the window.
You had that, what was the line?
You had your chance at the cotillion, you. Yeah.
That's what I said.
Anyway, I've seen this episode before. So that's that episode. What do we think?
I really liked it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I was saying before, when thinking back, this was the episode where I don't think I watched this show when it first premiered. It was a show I wanted to watch.
Yeah.
But missed the first few episodes just because I missed when they aired. But this was one of the previews I saw a lot. So I was looking forward to this episode. And this was episode, like you said before, like when I think about what the show was going to be, this was the episode where I was like, okay, yeah, this is what I thought it was going to be.
Mm-hmm.
So this is when it kind of like, because it had some mystery, it had some like creepy kind of stuff, and like that's kind of what I wanted from the show. So it was a lot of fun, and I really liked this episode when it first came.
Also, I don't know, maybe I'm like missing this, but there really wasn't any like, ooh, maybe you'll find out later. Right. There really wasn't any of that.
This episode was very self-contained. There's really not, besides the introduction of some of the teenage characters, really nothing and Dipper's crush on Wendy. There's nothing that's
I would say I know like the teen, like some of them show up in the next episode, but they're gonna show up again and like do something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's spoilers, but no, a lot of those teenage characters come back and are more recurring characters.
Okay.
So yeah.
Any fun facts?
Let's see. What kind of fun facts do I have? I like this one. The "you stink" in the car was originally going to be "you suck," but couldn't make it past Disney's broadcast standards.
Okay, I thought they've said "sucked" in Disney shows before.
I don't know actually. Depends on the rating of it, I guess.
They might have done it in Marvel movies, but that's a different story.
Yeah, that's a different rating altogether. The cryptogram at the end of the episode translates to "Onwards, Aoshima," which is what Mabel said when she was on that weird dolphin thing.
Nice. So
not as many fun facts in this episode. I don't think there's a lot of background stuff that comes up later.
That's okay.
Yeah. So on the back of the cereal box, there was a maze that says, "Can you escape?" on it. It's actually impossible to complete it.
Why?
Because you can't, like, starting from the starting point, you can't complete it from the starting point. So, which is interesting.
Why?
Because there's too many dead ends. It doesn't go all the way.
Why did you make a maze like that?
Well, because that's the one that the teenager gets stuck in. So it says, "Can you escape?" And then the escape is labeled "freedom," so he can't escape. That's the terror.
That's fair.
That's the terror of it. All right. So I think that's all the thoughts we have for that episode. So we're gonna take a break, and then we're gonna come back and talk about episode 6, Dipper versus Manliness. Stay tuned. Because I'm alone and the world is having more fun than me. That's how that went, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, fun times. Fun times. We all felt really cool back then. We all felt really edgy. We all had an edgy phase.
Did we? Yeah,
everyone had an edgy phase.
Were we edgy, though?
We were definitely not edgy at all.
Like, if you shop at Hot Topic on the frequent, you ain't edgy. But you couldn't even shop at Hot Topic because the stuff was so expensive.
No, some edgy people were at Hot Topic, and the rest of us were posers.
Yeah, but also Hot Topic's just like super expensive.
Yeah, everything had
like
so much money.
I think I spent like $15 on a necklace.
Everything was so much money.
Mm-hmm.